Hi everyone, welcome back to Cadrite TV channel. On this series, we have taken time to summarize the book 48 Laws of Architectural Consulting. Architectural consulting in the context of the book refers to professional business activities conducted towards the delivery of architecture-related services. The book 48 Laws of Architectural Consulting crystallizes a universally applicable code of practice for architects that transcends geography, culture and politics. It is the condensation of tons of private interviews granted by senior consulting architects running thriving architecture firms around the world. While there are plenty books that advise consultants on how to make it big, the 48 Laws of Architectural Consulting stands out as the first universally applicable code guide for architecture practice. In this episode, we summarize the 7th to 12th laws for your viewing pleasure. If you like the book and the message it holds, you can order a copy by clicking the link in the description. Now let's get to it. Law number 7. You are being judged, always. Don't make the foolish mistake of thinking nobody is going to find you out. Once you are an architect, you become a public servant, more and more people know you than you are aware of. People will always judge your work by what they think is right or wrong, according to circumstances surrounding events. Your staff is watching and judging, your clients are watching and judging, the government is watching and judging, regulatory agencies are watching and judging, and the list continues. To avoid embarrassments now or in the future, the architect must be able to consistently produce work that rises above mediocrity and that stands the test of time. Law number 8. Document everything. If you plan to have a really long and successful career as an architect, you must make documenting everything your foremost principle. Whether you are a small firm architect in your early career stage or a senior partner in an international firm, setting down everything in black and white is a fundamental approach to eliminating professional hassles that may arise during your practice. From the point of award, no matter how informal, arrange for a written contract, and in this contract, see that every possibility is provided for. Every element as far as you can imagine into the project. If you don't write stuff down, how are you going to recall them? If you manage to recall them, would you be able to prove it to someone else who wasn't there when it happened? Law number 9. Advertise subtly. Popular advertising methods such as billboards, posters, television and radio ads are not befitting for professions in the legal, medical and built industries for many obvious reasons. There are different definitions for the term advertising with regards to architects' works. There are also various guidelines on whether an architect should advertise himself and his works, and if so, to what extent. It is still widely viewed as unacceptable by a vast majority of old-school professionals. There are very subtle ways an architect could discreetly bring his works to the attention of the public in this information age, but every good architect knows and will tell you that nothing takes the place of doing a good job, because good work will always lead to more business. Law number 10. Always stay reachable. How far will you get as an architect with a record of poor communication? As an architect, you are part of a project team. You are in fact the leader of that team. It would be highly unfortunate if your team members can't communicate with you when they need your input, approval or direction with issues. This law is a cardinal law. Never ever have your office incommunicado. You're a business consultant, you are part of a team, and you must be reachable at all times. This includes email and other social media. Law number 11. Exude confidence and energy at all times. People subconsciously identify with those they perceive as successful, because that is what everyone yearns to be. The reason clergies and musicians have so much influence on other people's lives is because of this simple fact. When you listen to a clergyman talk, you hardly remember he is human like you. Instead you see who you want to be, you hear lofty speeches, you experience a person who seems to have figured out everything about life, so you long to be identified with him, in order to enforce your own sense of existence. The same is the case with musicians when they sing about having perfect lives on television. You watch and you wish. You imagine you could learn a few things about what worked for them in order to improve your own life. As an architect, People around you should experience you as a strong, energetic, intelligent and experienced professional, nothing less. Law number 12. Structure service delivery to retain clients. Cultivate a habit of always doing more than you are paid to do. This endears you to your clients and makes it difficult for them to let go of you. Always suggest handling the next task, and handling it well. For the avoidance of doubt, structuring your service to keep your client coming back in the context of architectural consulting requires a more commonsensical approach. Some pro bono services may also not be out of place as long as it is in line with the bounds of professional practice. In our next video, we summarize the next 3 laws from the book 48 Laws of Architectural Consulting. Leave your questions or comments about the book in the comments section and click the subscribe button so you'll be notified when we release subsequent videos.